Oh, hey friends. Haha, it's good to see you. Scoot the chair back a little bit. Uh, man, electric power seats, right? Windows half the time. It's good to see you. Hey, Alan, Kevin, I missed somebody. Brian, Audio Fool, love the name Audio. Felicia, Rebecca, Dawn, John, Heavies, Derek 6, Brenda Lee, Bree, Bailey's in the house, Shane S, Tim Jones. Y'all guys are coming in too fast. It's just too fast now. Hey, friends, you guys are doing well out there. Been a good day here. Had an excellent adventure. This is day 17. Yesterday, technically day 16 was the close of my adventure. And I wasn't ready. I wanted to be out there another week, honestly. I was coming in today anyway yesterday because I had a dentist appointment. It went well today. And then I was just going to be headed back out to the mountain. So, all right, let me start at the top. Yeah, great adventure. Lots of cool stuff happened. I realized that I think part of what makes all of this cool is the constantly fighting it. I know I get in my head a lot sometimes about it and all, but fighting existence, I find, is an adventure itself. Yeah. And the more I do it, the more I live and like have adversity and conquer, the more I can enjoy it in the moment where it's like life is trying to kill me, basically, right? Where nothing goes right, everything's hard. I can actually stop now and enjoy that moment as part of the story. It's a lot like in a movie or in a book or something, more like a movie, I guess. You know, if you were living it while the good guy's getting his ass kicked, right? Or her, depending, it would suck. But that's one of the best clips of the movie, right? Because after that, the good guy has to heal up, fix up, and then go face the bad guy again and conquer. It's a story we've been telling ourselves since the beginning of time. And I like that now. When things get like that, there's a lot of at the same time, though, I'm able to live in that moment and kind of enjoy it. And that's how this adventure was. It wasn't a big one. It was pretty cool. Did some process work and stuff, like on the cabin and on myself, and really just enjoyed it. I hit a few brick walls here, and I hit more than a few. I hit every brick wall there was. And yet, that's all right. So I should be right now. Hang on. I think I started this. Gonna say something else too. Oh yeah, I'm just telling the story of the adventure. I should be editing right now. Thanks to y'all guys and your donations, you've kept the channel and hitting the like button and subscribing and all of that, everything that you do. Shout out to the mods. Y'all guys have kept this month going, and I should be at home right now working at the trailer. I got in last night. Yeah, let's keep it going. I didn't want to sit there, though. I actually was just telling my camera a minute ago something I realized is when you go out in the wild and you're going to be there for days, after like the first day, second day, third day, I kind of always have this feeling like I should be doing something else. Like I need to be involved with somebody else or something else, right? It's kind of, they call it drop shock. I've heard people use that term before on like some of these outdoor survival shows. And I kind of like that. So it's like the shock of getting dropped in, basically. I didn't realize till today. I've probably noticed it before, but I didn't really put it together until today that it has a reverse. So it's like reverse shock or something. So I just couldn't sit there. I had this feeling in my nice, safe, warm trailer that I needed to be doing something else. And so that's what I'm doing. I like talking to y'all guys here. This has become one of our spots. We are in front of the church and everything, looking at the hoops. That's why I named this 3-point hoops and grass or something like that, because like the grass is blowing out here with the hoops in the background. It's really lovely. So I figured I'd come out here and talk to y'all guys. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so got into town. All right, we'll start with yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it? It was such a long day. I woke up and I had two more supports that I was going to go get, poles to reinforce the cabin. I don't want to give too much away for the story. Uh, all of a sudden though, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe 8:30, and I'm in my Chevy Chase pajamas sawing logs there in the cabin. I'm asleep, right? That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit chilly, so I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna sleep in today, right? And all of a sudden I hear voices outside, and I'm like, oh, because we got a lot of hunters up there right now, and boy, they make some of these ATVs. People can get places nowadays. They're loud. I'd like to have one to run around in. I don't think I'd ever seen wildlife that way, right? But still, I'm sitting there, I'm laying there in bed, and I hear voices. I'm like, sounds like a guy, make out the sound of a guy, right? And so all of a sudden the door starts to rattle like somebody's trying to get in because there's a lock from the inside. And I'm like, I came out of my sleep and I was like, hey, there's somebody in here. And they're like, oh, sorry. I'm like, give me one moment. So I threw on my shirt. I went over to the door. I opened the door, and y'all guys know how I wake up, right? I look like I've woken up from the dead or something like that. I'm standing there. I got my pistol next to the door and everything, and I'm standing there staring at this poor guy. And he's a hunter, right? He's got the camo with the orange vest and the little orange stripe on his hat and everything. He looks like he's having a great time. Big smile on his face, and he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize anybody was here. And as I'm looking at him, I'm realizing that it's snowing. And I was like, oh shit, it's snowing. At the same time I said that, his kid walked around the corner, and I'm like, I had to be about 11 years old, right? I'm like, I'm so sorry, please pardon my language, right? And the guy is like, how'd you get here? He looks around for my truck, right? And he's like, do you have a rig? And I'm like, I don't like to give away my parking spot, right? So I was like, yeah, I got a rig. It's stashed up on one of these roads somewhere, right? And because I'm not going to give it away here either. You got to hike in across the valley, basically. But it's a very safe spot. Y'all guys have been there. You've seen in the videos. And so anyway, I noticed it snowing, right? And I'm blown away. Now I'm wide-eyed. I'm fully awake now. And I'm like, how long is it supposed to snow? What's the forecast? And he goes, well, it's going to snow today, tomorrow, and then it's going to get really cold. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah. And I forget. All right. He was like, I know you from somewhere, right? And I don't put it together really a lot of times anymore from the TV show I was on. When people say I know you, right? It's like, oh, I live in Loomis for a while, but maybe we've met up here. You know, I meet hunters up here every year. You've been up here before? It's like, yeah. And I'm like, that must be it, you know? And sometimes if I do know that somebody does know from the show but can't place it also, I let it go. I'm like, you know what, I get that a lot sometimes. I think I must look like somebody. And so it was cool. He gave me the forecast. I met him, shook his kid's hand, all this stuff. They left, and I sat down and started my cup of coffee, right? Which it's odd that I actually live better in the forest when I'm subsisting up there than I do with the same gear and the same stuff sitting in the trailer park. It's really, really strange. Erica, hey Erica, thank you. Erica threw $10 Euroing, guys. Let me get you a heart and a life. Oh, come back here. Where'd you go, Erica? Thank you so much for everything you do. I saw your a thumbs up, the one you've got 2 pre-pictures of you and the drawing and some poetry. Very nice. I didn't get to stop and read it. I would have left a comment had I had time. But yeah, very cool. And thank you for everything that you do here, Erica. Big thanks to all y'all guys. Shout out to all of our mods, our solid golds, our Spartan warriors, right? That's why I've started to call some of y'all guys, because you can get intense, man, and I like that. So anyway, where was I? Right, they left, and I'm like, I'm screwed. See, I've been on that mountain before when it starts snowing. Like, it's not snowflakes anymore, it's snowballs, right? I'm talking huge fluffy pieces of powder that come down, and when they lay down on the ground screams, whew, that's cold, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm looking out the window, I'm having my coffee, and I'm thinking, I'm just going to get buried, is what's going to happen. 2 years ago, right here in Loomis, it snowed 18 inches. The gentleman I used to work for had a tape measure. In 3 hours, maybe 4, it snowed 18 inches. He put that tape measure down, and it was like 18, right? That's deep. And so I was like, all right, what am I going to do? I figured it out. Rush. I've always been very good at it's triage. It's where you're able to eliminate all of the non-essentials, make big cuts out of everything, and make just the plan basically work, right? It's a battlefield term for when doctors decide which patients are able to be saved, basically. I utilize it in any situation where a lot of stuff has to get cut out and not done, and then just the important stuff done and everything. And so what I decided was that I would do the as many of the supports as I could. Any supporting of the cabin is good. With how it's held up throughout the years, I'm pretty sure just the few supports I had already done would get it through this winter. Also, I had some plastic that I wanted to tarp the top of it with. It wasn't enough to cover the whole thing, but it was enough to see the plastic is going to cause it to slip. When the snow piles up on it, the weight and the pitch of the roof is going to slip it off, and it's just going to fall, and it's not going to put all that weight on the roof. So long story short, I rushed as fast as I could to get everything done. In those moments, I always try and take 5, 10, sometimes 20 minutes to stop and just make sure I'm doing things right and then keep going. So I finally got done, and it was getting dark. It was so cloudy up there. The clouds were so thick and gray that I couldn't tell. I didn't know what time it was, and if it was actually getting dusky or if it was just thicker clouds coming over. But I knew I had been working for so long that I was probably getting close. Got chased out by the dark because I barely made it. You see, as y'all guys know, the place where I park is a dead logging road, and so there's no turnaround or anything. It's quite a ways in, and so the only way out is to reverse. So I'm doing this and I'm reversing out, and I can't do that in the dark, especially in my pickup truck, because I've got really great front lights, but I don't have good backup lights and everything. So yeah, I hit that thing. I drove that faster in reverse than I probably should have, honestly, and I got out on the main road, got turned around, and blared on into town. I've got my buddy Aaron, shout out to Aaron, hoorah, good friend of mine, all right? Those are the kind of friends I really like too. No matter how long it is between seeing that kind of a friend and hanging out, we're still the exact same friend. Time difference doesn't matter, right? And so I was telling him I need somewhere to park my rig, right? Because I'm juggling 2 rigs right now, and I can't park it in Orville because that's like 30 miles out of the way. And I wasn't even hinting or anything, right? I was going to try and park it at this other spot that I wasn't sure how the people were going to be and everything. And Aaron walks out and he's like, Matt, yo, dude, let's park that thing over here. That way you know it's safe, all right? I'll take care of that. I'm like, all right, man, thank you, you know? And when I can, he says don't worry about paying or anything. I'm going to try and give him a $20 bill for it at very least, you know? But anyway, so had my Interceptor parked there at Aaron's. I ran the truck all the way down to his place, which is right out by the quick stop, basically. Swapped all my stuff out because I have my living stuff. Everything's with me, basically. And so I'm juggling the stuff that I'm not using to live and the stuff that I am between the Interceptor and the pickup truck, whichever one I'm running at the time. So I got back. I smell gasoline. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I forgot. When I fill this thing up, you can smell it through the hose back there. It goes away after a couple miles. Where was I in the story? Right, all right. I got an Interceptor. I got everything swapped over. It's in the middle of the night. Y'all guys know I never have good flashlights. Aaron had loaned me a flashlight for like 6 days, which was really nice. But I got everything swapped over and started blaring for town and didn't know what it was going to be like. I hadn't talked to Skate Girl in heck, I think it'd been like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks or so. I had left her a couple notes, and her boyfriend had told me that had been working every single day, right? And so I didn't know what the trailer was going to be like, what was going on, where I was going to stay. I've got a tent, and I figured, I could go down to that campground for that night because she didn't know I was coming back. So if she needed the trailer, then I would just find somewhere else, She's very considerate. So, like, hadn't that happened, I actually would have had to lie to her probably and tell her that, no, I've got another spot. Don't worry about it. But that other spot would have been my tent. I love it, considerate people. Isn't it just considerate people are good people, Yeah, so I got into town. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Max. I should save that one. I should make you'll forget between here and there. So since we'll go back for a minute, right? I'm coming down the grade, right? And I'd been following this really slow hunter the whole time, watching my gas disappear out of the truck. I'd had to run it a little bit more than I wanted to keep the batteries up. That's another story. So I was following this hunter down, and he was going real slow as I'm watching the gas gauge and y'all guys know my pickup truck, once it hits 1/4 tank, the gauge stops working. And so it'll just sit there on 1/4 tank until it runs out. Much like me back when I used to drink, my truck lies about it. I've said that for years. And so Max likes to lie about how much gasoline he has sometimes. And so we're driving down this stupid grade, and I realized at one point, just as I was getting to the top of the grade, that I was below the quarter mark. Like by about that much, I was below a quarter, and I'd never seen Max do that before, ever, right? And I'm like, that's weird. That's a really weird thing. I'm kind of not in a good mood at this moment. I'm not pissed or anything. It's just I'm a little bit worried that it's going to die, and I'm gonna have to walk all the way down the grade. So it's like 2.5 miles down the grade, 2 miles out to the highway through farm country, then 2 more miles all the way to Loomis, where I had the Interceptor parked, right? And so I'm just scared to death that's going to happen. And you know how it is? You've got that pessimistic feeling that I'm about to have to do something that I don't want to do feeling, right? And I've had that. And then when I saw there was under a quarter, an idea came to my mind. I was like, all right, hang on, check this out. So this lighter has hot wings on it. Can you see that? Isn't that like, I know, right? Maybe I was just hungry where I got it, but it's a cool lighter. Anyway, so when I saw that I was a little bit under a quarter, I had this idea. Maybe in the years that I've had that pickup truck and the years that I have filled it up and run it out and run all over all these bouncy roads out there, it knocked that float loose. And Max was actually telling me that he had a little under a quarter tank of gas, right? And by the time I hit the bottom of the grade, I realized that's what had happened. And yeah, so now Max's gas gauge works. He got me to the Interceptor, and everything was great. So got into town and met up with Skate Girl. She had friends. She was able to go sleep at their place. She had stuff to do today. I found out that she was still working. She looks good. She's in survival mode. I mean, y'all guys know how survival mode is, right? So when we're in it, it's really hard to tell that we're doing good, right? And I felt it was great because I was able to be like, are you serious? You're killing it. Because she didn't think she was doing that much. I am like literally slapped her on the back and I'm like, you're killing it out here. Are you serious? Good job. And that made me feel really good. So I got some sleep. I got up this morning and went to the dentist. That took a little while, but they do good work. So I have no worries waiting. And I was going to go back. I've got to shave, cut my hair and stuff. I was going to go back and do that and then just start editing. But once I got into the trailer, I had that like reverse drop shock thing going on I was telling y'all guys about. And it is cold now in Orville. It's cold down here in the valley at night. Winter is definitely coming and it's hard to sleep outside anymore. So I was sitting there. I came out to my Interceptor. I was grabbing a cigarette. gonna do a live with y'all guys there, and I was counting through my pocket change. Which that's a whole nother story. I decided instead that since it's cold and I have cold weather gear in my pickup truck, that gives me a purpose. And so it also gives me the ability to get the hell out of town too. So I went and I put 20 bucks in the Interceptor, counted my nickels and dimes, so I know I've got enough for like razors and a can of foaming goo when I get back in. There's something else I've got to do too. I need 10 bucks for. I can't remember what it is, but I've got it. And oh, that's cool. Check it out, a hawk. Do you see it up there, guys? I can't see what you're saying, so I hope you're picking it up. It's not cool. It's just hovering there like a kite, looking for a mouse or something on the ground. So yeah, long story short, I'm heading out to get cold weather gear so that tonight when it gets cold, I can walk the streets and hand out hats and scarves. I'm not going to look just for people that are in a bind. I'm going to find anybody, because I've got a bunch of them. Y'all guys have sent in tons of hats and scarves. So anybody I see walking, I'm going to go give them a hat and a scarf, even if they're wearing one. I'm going to be like, find somebody that doesn't have one. And that gives me a purpose. I've discovered that, I don't know what it is. It's not a sadness, it's not depression or something like that. But there is a little bit of like a hollowness inside that I find feels better, feels good when I'm doing something for somebody else. And so even just like using this gasoline to go get those hats and scarves makes me feel good about using that gasoline, if that makes any sense. Like my shoes are falling apart. Last month I should have got a pair of shoes. Instead, I got a pair of shoes for somebody else that needed them more than I did. And so while I was on the mountain over this past week or so, I'm fixing my shoes. I'm doing the best I can with them and everything. And instead of thinking, man, I should be able to get shoes, I was able to think about that other person and how they were walking around in shoes right now, right? And that made it so nice. It's like it gives me that main character feeling, because like I've made my life into a movie, basically. That's how I do things. It's like, what does my main character in my movie do in this moment, right? And that's what I do. And my main character, he works for the good guys, so it's cool. And yeah, I gotta see Aaron real quick too. That'll be neat. Swing by the Quick Stop, say hey to everybody there. Yeah, it's about 5 minutes till 2 o'clock. I'm so filthy. I got all this camp dirt and stuff. It's like, yeah. It's all right. I got about a week or so to go, and then things are going to change. Y'all guys you're changing the world, so things are going to be a lot better soon. I feel like there's something else. What was that? I was going to say, oh, yeah, over this past couple months, this current adventure that we are on together, I feel like things have changed for the better. I think that in a lot of ways, I have grown, and this channel has grown too, not just in numbers and revenue and stuff, but in our souls, kind of. I don't know for sure exactly what it is. I think part of it is the smoking, and part of it is that every now and then cussing and just being, it's not that I wasn't ever real, it's just there's stuff I cut out at the same time. You know what I mean? And I just feel like everything that's happened in the past couple months has changed things for the better. Somehow. I'm also kind of really happy with myself, to tell you the truth. You know how it is, we could all be something else, a little bit this or a little bit that or whatever, and we maybe think about that, right, sometimes. And for me, over this past couple months or so, I've really found a lot greater of an acceptance of my existence, if that makes sense. That there's really not much about me that I would change at all. Because we were all really unique, You know what I mean? And I think that that's really cool. I find that a lot of my attributes, a lot of the things about me are the reason that I'm the way that I am in a positive way also. So I don't know, very cryptic, I guess, but I'm just saying that I feel that things have changed for the better. And I like that about life. I like growing and all. I also like being able to be confident in my skill set too. So it's nice when like other people who don't have the life experience can worry about something or something, right? And I can be like, no, I got that. I've done that before. I can fix that. That's going to take 3 hours. That'll be a piece of cake. And so being able to have that kind of like confidence through our skill set and stuff, and then give that to other people is nice. I like that nowadays I'm kind of able to give a reassurance to people, even total strangers, just through my confidence level. And I think that that's really cool, you know? Yeah. Knees are feeling good. Knees are doing really well. All those squats are paying off, guys. Yeah, the knees are great. The neck is a little bit bugging me as I'm getting back into lifting weights. I put pounds on my arms. It's still really hard right now to get the shoulder muscles going. See, in my training over this past year, I was kind of letting these shoulder muscles go on purpose and working on what we would call punch muscles. They're the pull-push muscles in the arms and stuff. And so it's going to take time to get that back. However, the arms and the forearms are stacking up nice. I'm one of those guys, I think it's important to be able to be powerful. Power has a weird term to it nowadays, or an understanding kind of chronic way and in society, and there's positives and negatives to everything, right? It is not a bad thing to be a powerful person, to be able to have the power to handle situations in life that may occur, etc. And when you live the lifestyle I do, it's important to have a little bit of power, you know. That's in recovery, not just abstinence based, but real like life recovery, just any kind of recovery. They teach that, like in any circle, psychological circle you're talking to, is about having a personal power. It's the ability to have and hold boundaries, to feel positively about ourselves, etc. I get into the comments real quick, guys. I missed you. I like just sitting here talking with you. That's why we did this whole ride today. Oh, hang on. We got some donations. Man, thank you guys. John, thank you so much for your continued support and encouragement, my friend. So our friend John threw in $4.99, guys, for the cause, bought a comment. Let me heart and a like. John says, hi Matt, what size boots do you wear? I have some winter socks to send you. It depends on the boot, and if I'm wearing insoles, normally I wear anything from like a 9.5 to an 11. Like I said, it depends on the socks, insoles, etc. Definitely could use socks, boots. Even if the boots don't fit, there are people I can give them to who can definitely use them, John, especially right now, this time of year, my friend. Thank you so very much. I'm gonna roll through. Rebecca, I saw you donated. Where are you? There we go. Okay, I got Rebecca. There we go. Rebecca threw in $2 for the cause, guys. Bought a comment, says, all right, I got your heart and like. Get your package at the post office. Oh, I totally forgot. Time is it? I don't think I'll make it today. Jamie might actually already got it. She runs post office stuff every now and then. Yeah, Rebecca. If not, I will remember tomorrow to go in and get it. Thank you so much, my friend. I know there's one more. If I hit this, is it just going to take me there? There we go. Oh, it's Cameron and Rachel. Hey, Rachel. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. So, guys, Rachel put in $50 for the cause. Bought a really cool little emoji. It's this It's our little samurai fox jumping up and down, and it's got fireworks in the background, and it's like waving. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Like I say, you and other donations like yours have made this channel sustainable through this hard period. And all of y'all guys, through your likes, your subscribing, your sharing, your hyping the video after watching it, has blown this channel up. And I really appreciate it. We're going to do really great, cool things also as we grow. As we grow and expand, we're not going to be one of those channels that just like sits back and just does the thing. We're going to be active. We're going to be engaged. We're going to make a difference. And it's all thanks to your support, friends. Trina says, I have new boots. Oh, cool. What size are... I was just talking about that, Trina. Thank you so much. And like that, even if they don't fit, I can find somebody that can use them, especially now that we're going into the winter, my friend. Teddy Beach. Beauchamp, Teddy Beauchamp. I'm sure I'm butchering your name, Teddy. I'm sorry. Where is your family? Everybody's kind of gone their own ways, Teddy. Kids, jobs, dogs, the whole 9 yards. I'm just out here running on my own nowadays, which is kind of like the way that I like it. I like doing what I want to do when I want to do it and not being tied to other people, basically. Yeah, and it's good. And most everybody's doing well, too. Like I said, they've got their own lives, and we've all kind of just gone our separate ways. Chesley Gibbons says hi. Hi, Chesley. John Phantom. Good to hear. Thank you, John. Sean Corey. Rebecca, are you... speaking for Matt, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Robert Gaylor's in the house. Hey, Robert. All right, guys, something weird has happened here to the chat. And it's kind of, yeah, no comments are coming in. Are y'all guys still talking? Give me a thumbs up if you're still out there. Nope, nothing's coming through. Last comment I have, Robert Gaylor, hey Robert, is saying hey to Laura T, but nothing else is coming in, guys. See, this happens sometimes. I tell you what, I'm going to stop and then restart real quick, and then I will go take care of my stuff. I see people coming in and dropping out. The like button's going up. Thank you for hitting the like button, guys. 190 times so far. We got, 20 people just joined, but there's nothing going on in the comment section. Let me, if I hit this, nope, that's not going to help anything either. Strange. Thank you, Rebecca. I just saw Rebecca's comments. Smash that like button, folks. Thumbs up. All right. Yeah, I'll give it a second. Then I'll turn off and then turn back on. Roll another cigarette real fast and see. Yeah, because it's just weird that the comments would go off like that. Oh, I want to tell the continuation to my story about the squirrel here pretty soon. Can't the squirrel? And I'm just coming up with, or kind of like figuring out how it ends, basically. It's going to be a one-shot live. And every time I tell the story to myself, there are little differences here and there. And so, however it is when I actually tell the story is going to be how it is. And so, I just want to make sure that it's right. Want to get back into doing a Music Madness every now and then would be neat, I think. It just wouldn't be the same without Jamie. So, We'll probably still do it from her place and all. Just gotta figure out times and schedules and what's a good idea and what's not and everything. And then, yeah, just keep moving forward, you know? That's what's important. We keep moving forward. All right, I'm going to end this and restart, guys, because, yeah, the chat's just frozen here on my side. And when I finally stop talking, it's weird not having y'all guys to refer to and be able to talk to. So let me turn off. I'll turn back on. We'll talk for maybe another 10 more minutes. And then I'll go take care of my stuff. I'm also thinking about trying to do a live drive from here back to Orville. There'll be spots where the reception will cut out, but YouTube is programmed to where it will resync as it shuts down. So we might give that a shot. All right, let me kill this and restart real fast, guys. Oh.